least 3, maybe 4 behind him. And you would think that they may be trying to circle and coming from the other direction as well. But in a situation like this, it looks like they're really getting close up on them.
Yeah.
And they just have to be so careful with ongoing traffic so that nobody else gets hurt. And that's in a situation like this where they are, officers are just really concerned about public safety, and it makes it so difficult to try to pull off some type of maneuver.
What's up, everybody? Good morning.
In concerns of oncoming traffic.
The good thing is we're talking about 9:12 a.m. where most people are already at work by now, generally at work by now.
At least we're not in the height of rush hour like we were a little while ago.
Yeah.
And again, parents trying to get their kids to school buses, things like that. Hopefully they are already there.
Yeah, so we're kind of being blocked right now by this line of trees at this point. But if you're just joining us here, we are following the latest. We are following the latest here. This is in Southeast Houston, a police chase. Okay, now hearing whoever the driver was jumped out of the vehicle.
No!
Running toward a business on foot at this point.
And we understand that was getting very dangerous because they were going eastbound in a westbound lane. But thank goodness that no longer is happening. Okay, so yes, now we see all the officers have stopped now. And look at this. You've got a mixture of houses and businesses and so many places for somebody to hide. So now we're... and now you can see the vehicle, you can see the front. Maybe that's why I was saying earlier, it just looked like something was off. That was definitely a wrecked vehicle.
Yeah, so you see this silver Toyota SUV surrounded by police at this point. We're hearing the driver got out of the vehicle and ran toward or into one of these businesses, industrial businesses you see right here. A lot of this area more so industrial with warehouses at this point. Southeast Houston, is this still long drive right here?
I only see the driver door open too. We were questioning if anybody else was in there, and you would think in that situation, you're getting out, you're not going to be shutting the door. So more than likely just a driver. We do not know that, but I see one officer standing right there in front of the patrol car, walking slowly, maybe just keeping an eye on the situation. We don't know if this suspect has been caught or not, but they've got a lot of officers running after. Okay, now we're seeing some more officers coming out of the area, and I don't see them holding anybody, and now they're running.
They're running.
And it doesn't look like anybody is, they're all going back to their vehicles, and I don't see anybody in custody.
Did he take off?
It looks more so like they're still looking for whoever this person is. Some of them still getting in their vehicles, so they're probably about to surround this neighborhood, maybe create a perimeter. But we will work to get this exact location, because perhaps you're watching and you have maybe a loved one, a friend, someone who lives in this area, and you definitely want to let them know right now that this is an ongoing, at this point, which would likely turn into a standoff if they can find where this person is and what business or home they may have run toward or into at this point. The last we heard, the driver was headed east in the westbound lanes of Long Drive, Southeast Houston, and you can see here again businesses, homes, all in this area, and then hard to see from our vantage point, obviously, because you have the line of trees now blocking SkyFOX, which is hovering overhead at this point.
And now it looks like if you see the officer's car is there toward the bottom of your screen, officers were walking maybe a couple of houses ahead. So I have a feeling this is exactly what you mentioned earlier, Delon, where they're setting up a perimeter unless they have some type of knowledge that they could be in that house. But you would think anybody in this area, if you are in that area, lock those doors, make sure your house is tight as can be. But officers are surrounding the area trying to find this person. We don't know if they are considered to be armed and dangerous or just scared. I mean, there's so many different situations that would make somebody run, but in a situation like this, when they feel desperate, you just never know what could happen.
The last description we're just getting from our team: a heavy-set man, white shirt, black pants. That is the clearest description that we have at this point. Again, we're still working on to get the exact street that we're looking at right now. We just know this is Southeast Houston, and trying to work to at least give you some more details here on.
And look at that, you see the dog? That doesn't look like it doesn't look like a police dog. No, it's definitely not. So somebody's pet is out, it looks like. And I could see it, if you see the bright orange tree to the right, I saw somebody running through there, but looked more like not somebody desperate, almost more like maybe an officer who was walking in that area. Or
This
even
looks
a
like,
neighbor, perhaps. You never know.
I'm looking on Apple Maps, and it looks like there is a perimeter set up, at least on Apple Maps, where you can see, well, forgive me. Actually, I don't believe this is the exact area.
Yeah, we can definitely tell that this is a neighborhood. It's just hard to tell at this point exactly which neighborhood this is. And not seeing a whole lot of movement right now at this moment. And so I'm assuming a lot more officers are going to be coming to this area trying to get this secured. There's the dog running again at the bottom of your screen, probably scared with all the sirens going on and all the activity.
Yeah, you got to think of people who live in that area, will live and work in that area. They're trying to figure out what's going on. And then imagine them trying to figure out what's going on. They walk out of their door. And situations like this, usually police will tell you immediately go back in your home while they're searching for a suspect who just got out of their vehicle there and running through this neighborhood. At this point could be anywhere in this area, but they have set up a perimeter. When we get the exact streets of that perimeter, we can let you know. So perhaps you can share with your friends and family who may live in this area of Southeast Houston.
Hey, Mo. Happy holidays. Glad to be here with you all.
And you can see all the
Rachel,
vehicles
happy holidays.
more toward
Merry
the bottom of your
Christmas, New
screen that are
Year's.
just driving by, but it looks like they have that one street blocked off. So hopefully they were able to move fast enough, and they did. When they realized they couldn't find this person, it sounds like a man now. When they were out of there, and they set this up as quickly as they could, knowing that he wouldn't be able to run any further than this particular street. What is that street? Is it starts with an M?
Yeah, I'm
looks
trying
like
to
is
look
it
here. Can't get a good view from our chopper because it's a bit blurry there. We'll get some more clarity for you here.
7,000 block of Long Drive is the first information that we've gotten. So we're pulling up maps right now so we can get a better idea of, perhaps we can get that cross street for you. That would be super helpful to give you a better idea if you happen to be familiar with this area in Southeast Houston.
Long and Chafin Street, I believe that might have been Moline Street we were looking at with the M then there.
Now we are getting a better idea of, the vehicle you're looking at now, those two officers, this is where it started, and you see that silver SUV right there that just pulled into that business area. The driver hopped out and ran, and so they're still staying there. This is the beginning of that parameter. Then from what we can tell, they're one street over, I believe, right? Where the officers set that up, and so they believe that this suspect is somewhere between this point and the one we were showing you just moments ago in the 7,000 block of Long Drive. And what was again your cross street that you saw?
Chafin Street.
Chafin. Now I'm going to be looking up. We're just experiencing this with you, so we're trying to find out information as well. I'm going to see if I can find out what neighborhood would be in that area.
So this would be what you're looking at there, that business with the blue building where they stopped at, I believe, based off of what I'm looking at on maps, this would be a Premier Lux Transportation. So a transportation company that has buses and SUVs there, and then several houses there nearby. So I believe this actually would be, now that I'm getting more clarity, this would be Long and Meyer Street.
Okay,
actually.
Yeah, it looks like this might be the Gulf Crest neighborhood near Cullen and Park is what we are understanding.
Yep.
I wonder if Texas is going to try to get
Again,
some
it gives you an idea that there are businesses in that area, like so many neighborhoods, businesses, but then all of the homes just lined up along there. And you would think at this time of day, a lot of people may be at work, and you don't know if they're going to be busting windows to try to get into a home and feeling desperate, or what's going to happen with that situation. But again, we can't see any signs at all that this person has been caught yet. You see an officer was walking slowly over to that far right-hand side of the building.
So if you have anyone that you know that lives in this area, this is a Long Drive near Meyer Street, and even a more maybe recognizable intersection would be Long Drive and Telephone Road, just off of 610 South Loop there near Cullen and Park. Be sure to call your loved ones that maybe live in this area, work in this area, and let them know that there is an active police investigation happening nearby where they live or work, and a perimeter is set up, it looks like, more so in the area of Long Drive, Meyer Street, and some of the other streets would be Kinney Street, Gillen Street, McHenry Street, all of those streets as well, where police are searching for this suspect. Being chased by officers for quite some time, getting out there in front of what I said again was the Premier Lux Transportation, and running there on foot. And we don't even have a good view from overhead because obviously the trees and homes blocking.
That changes everything, doesn't it? I mean, those are some thick trees. There are so many different types of new neighborhoods in Houston where you would be able to see everything, and not this one. I mean, this is really lush landscaping, and so it is making it very difficult to get a bird's eye view of what's happening there. All we know is that this entire block is shut down with officers who were trying to find a suspect who started, I would say maybe half an hour ago or so now, started a low speed chase, never had the opportunity several times to get on highways, chose to stay within neighborhoods, and from what we saw, the chase never got above 35 miles an hour. We didn't see it for ourselves, but it is definitely a wrecked vehicle. We saw several vehicles just moving over to the side as fast as they could when they heard all of the officers coming up behind this, and they were able to get out of the way safely, but then jumped out of the car and is now running around somewhere in this neighborhood.
So we are watching this alongside you as police are still searching for this suspect. So we are passing along information. All right, we're just hearing now the suspect is in custody.
Oh, thank goodness. That's a huge relief for anybody.
Oh, man, he's in custody?
Thank goodness. Hard to tell.
Well, I had a doctor
again, from all the trees of where they were able to capture this person, if they were in a house or hiding under something around a home or in one of those businesses. But what a relief. Suspect in custody.
Yeah.
Hopefully no one injured throughout all of this, but you know, we'll be finding out as much as we can.
So real quick, just to bring you up to speed, if you just turn your television on, we were following the latest. The suspect was being chased by police southeast Houston. This is Long Drive and Meyer Street near Cullinan Park. The suspect got out of the vehicle. If you look right there, center of your screen, this silver damaged Toyota SUV got out of the vehicle, ran on foot, and we are now hearing that officers do have that suspect in custody. How and why this started, we don't know that just yet, but we will bring that to you throughout the day. And we will head to break. We'll have much more of Houston's Morning Show after this.
Man, oh man, oh man, it's over. Just like that. Suspect caught. What's up, man? I hope you guys are doing good today. We will see what today brings. I was on Rumble this morning for a little bit. Rumble Premium, getting my hours. I was on there for a little bit, just talking about Candace and a little bit of Rob Reiner too. A little bit of Rob Reiner. There's two weird stories that I'd like to cover later. I just have to set it up. I've already started pulling articles and links and stuff, but there's two kind of weird stories, so later we'll see. Also, they're saying that Nick Reiner, Rob Reiner's son, is being held without bond, apparently. I think he was going to get a rain today, too, but I'm not sure what time that's happening. There was some kind of confusion. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I'll definitely keep an eye out for all that stuff that's popping off. There was another ship too that was apparently blown up. Drug traffickers in the Eastern Pacific. They're saying 8 suspected drug traffickers killed. Wow.
Social.
And the guy in Liverpool that drove through a crowd, he's being jailed for 21 and a half years. The judge.
12 years custody, with a range up to 16 years. The starting point for a single Category A2 offence is 7 years custody. Of course, I am not concerned here only with a single offence. There are a number of aggravating factors not already taken into account. You have a number of previous convictions. You are now aged 54. Between the ages of 18 and 22, you accumulated a number of convictions, including for offences of violence, one of which resulted in a sentence of 12 months imprisonment. Those convictions were interwoven with your short period of military service, from which you were discharged on the basis that your services were no longer required. Although you are not a man of previous good character, and perhaps have always had issues with your temper, you have not, though, committed any other offence for many years, and I do not increase your sentence, therefore, because of this antecedent history.
Okay. Also, there's this really interesting video. Shit almost looks fake. Hold on. Of a plane, I guess, having to do a go-around. Let's take a look real quick. Go around.
You videotaping that?
I'm not even gonna lie, they've been fighting for their lives trying to win these planes today.
Whoa, look at that. You see that bank?
Yeah.
Go around. Watch this one. Go around. Yep, it's a go around.
Oh, God. Oh!
Yep.
Yeah, he's tripping.
Oh my God, do you see that?
Oh!
Did the tail just strike?
Oh.
Did the tail just strike?
Oh!
Hell nah, motherfucker. I ain't get on any of these planes, man. Nah.
Go around. Watch this one. Go around. Yep, it's a go around.
Oh, God. Oh!
Yep.
Yeah, he's tripping.
Oh my God, do you see that?
Oh!
Did the tail just strike? Did the tail just
He
strike?
needs some milk.
Oh! Yo!
Bring the landing gear back in. Whoa! Hell nah. Imagine you're on that plane and that shit.
You videotaping that?
Gotta put up the go around. Yeah, they had to do a go around. Atlanta. They posted the flight and everything. Oh God. Be careful. I thought that was something. Be careful scrolling X. All right, guys. I guess I'm gonna head out for now, but I do have something. We'll see. Maybe later. We'll see what happens today. It's still really early. We'll see what happens. There's two stories I want to kind of put together, and whenever we'll cover it. I might have to just stick to doing chases on the second page because it's most of the time it's just a waste now. Police chases, like a waste of a notification, waste of time. All right, guys. I will catch you later, though. But I hope you guys are having a great day. Be safe. I have some new shit coming to the house too, man. Soon. The NVIDIA 5090. I already have the 4090. I'm gonna get the 5090. It's gonna be sick. I know you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's going to be buttery. Top of the line. But yeah, I guess that's it for now. I'll catch you guys.